I want you to find out how much you know about the human cell. So in this first video on cells, I'm going to be displaying 25 objective questions to test your knowledge on cells. Try to answer the question before the answer pops in. Also feel free to pause this video to think of the answers before they are displayed. Number 1, define the cell. A, the cell is the smallest structure in the body. B, the cell is the smallest unit of life. C, the cell is the simplest level of human organization. So the cell is the smallest unit of life. It is not the smallest structure in the body. The smallest structure in the body is the atom. So when defining the cell, you must include life. So the cell is the smallest or basic unit of life. Number 2, what are the two main types of cells in living things? A, somatic and germ cells. B, unicellular and multicellular cells. C, prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. The two main types of cells in living things are prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Somatic and germ cells are just examples of eukaryotic cells that are found in humans. Number 3, the prokaryotic cells that are found in humans are called dash. A, bacteria. B, viruses. C, fungi. So the prokaryotic cells that are found in humans are called bacteria. You have them mostly in the intestines. They are not part of the body. They actually invaded the body. You have both useful bacteria and harmful bacteria. The useful bacteria aids in digestion and formation of feces. Number 4, what are the two types of eukaryotic cells in humans? A, somatic and germ cells. B, autosomes and allosomes. C, unicellular and multicellular cells. So the correct answer is somatic and germ cells. So there's nothing like unicellular and multicellular cells. So instead what you have is unicellular and multicellular organisms. Number 5, Robert Hooke discovered the cell in what year? A, 1835. B, 1680. C, 1665. So Robert Hooke is the first scientist to publicly announce the existence of cells, and this was done in 1665. Number 6, the following scientists contributed to the cell theory except A, Robert Hooke, B, Matthias Schleiden, C, Theodor Schwann, D, Rudolf Virchow. So Robert Hooke did not really contribute to the cell theory. So the scientists that contributed to the cell theory are Matthias Schleiden, Rudolf Virchow, and Theodor Schwann. So Robert Hooke is just like the first person to talk about the cell. Number 7, in what year did Matthias Schleiden discover the plant cell? A, 1830, B, 1835, C, 1838. So Matthias Schleiden was a botanist that discovered that all plants are composed of cells in 1838. Number 8, in what year did Theodor Schwann discover the animal cell? A, 1835, B, 1838, C, 1839. So Theodor Schwann was a zoologist and a physiologist that discovered that all animals are composed of cells in 1839. Number 9, which of these three scientists stated that all cells come from pre-existing cells? A, Rudolf Virchow, B, Theodor Schwann, C, Anthony van Leeuwenhoek. So Rudolf Virchow was a German physician who said that all cells come from pre-existing cells in 1855. Number 10. What is the full meaning of omnicellular is cellular in English? A. All cells come from cells. B. All cells must die. C. All organisms are composed of cells. So the full meaning of omnicellular is cellular is all cells come from cells, and this statement was made by Rudolf Virchow in 1855. Number 11. The first scientist to observe a living cell in a microscope is A. Robert Hooke, B. Rudolf Virchow, C. Anthony van Leeuwenhoek. So Anthony van Leeuwenhoek is regarded as the father of microbiology, the first microbiologist, and is the first person to observe a living cell in a microscope. Number 12, The Micrographia was a book written by A. Robert Hooke, B. Rudolf Virchow, C. Theodor Swan. So the Micrographia was written by Robert Hooke and it was published in 1665. Number 13, which of these scientists actually gave the name cell? A. Robert Hooke, B. Rudolf Virchow, C. Matthias Sliding. Number 14, which of these is not a similarity between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells? A. Both cells have the ability to divide. B. Both cells have nucleus and membrane-bound organelles. C. Both cells have DNA. So the major difference is that prokaryotic cells do not have nucleus. They do not possess nucleus, and they don't have membrane-bound organelles, but they have the ability to divide, and they also have DNA. All right, so I don't know if you're learning something from this channel. If you've learned anything at all, please just give me a thumbs up. Just support me by clicking on the like icon on your screen. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do so that you don't miss subsequent videos. Number 15, all of these are examples of human cells except neuron, leukocyte, osteoblast, and nephron. So the nephron is not a cell, it is a tissue in the kidney. Number 16, an example of a blood cell is dash. A. Thrombocyte, B. Osteocyte, C. Hepatocyte. So the thrombocyte is a blood cell, popularly known as blood platelet. So its function is to stop bleeding or to conserve blood. Number 17, the most numerous cells in humans are dash. A. Erythrocytes, B. Bone cells, C. Neurons. So erythrocytes, commonly known as red blood cells, are the most numerous cells in the human body. In just 1 liter of blood, you have over 5 trillion red blood cells. Number 18, what is the largest human cell? A. Neuron, B. Ovum, C. Sperm cell. So the ovum is the largest cell in humans. It is found in the ovary and sometimes in the fallopian tube. It is so large that you can even see it without a microscope. Number 19, the longest cell in humans is dash. A. Neuron, B. Ovum, C. Sperm cell. Number 20, what is the smallest cell in humans? A. Red blood cell, B. White blood cell, C. Sperm cell. So the sperm cell is the smallest cell in humans. You can find it in the testes, epididymis, and vast difference. Number 21. A programmed cell death or cellular suicide is termed A. Apoptosis, B. Necrosis, C. Plasmolysis. So apoptosis is programmed cell death, and it happens when a cell devises a means to destroy itself, to kill itself. So that's why it's also called cellular suicide. Number 22, an accidental death or cell murder is termed A. Necrosis, B. Flaccidity, D. Plasmolysis. So necrosis is the death of cells due to external factors. So this can be due to cancer, lack of blood supply, or any other kind of disease. Number 23, which of these is unicellular? A. Zygote, B. Embryo, C. Fetus. So the zygote is unicellular. It's just a single cell formed from the union of the nucleus of the sperm cell and the egg cell. Number 24. Which of these cells in humans lack nucleus? A. Red blood cells, B. Bone cells, C. Skin cells. So red blood cells, also known as erythrocytes, do not have nucleus. Their main function is to transport oxygen from the lungs to all other cells and tissues of the body. Number 25. Which of these is not a skin cell? A. Keratinocyte, B. Chondrocyte, C. Melanocyte. So keratinocytes and melanocytes are cells that are found in the skin. They are skin cells. But the chondrocytes are not skin cells. They are cartilage cells. I've actually compiled 50 objective questions to test your knowledge on the introductory aspect of anatomy and physiology. You can find a link to that video in the description page of this video or somewhere around your screen right now.